Ow.
All right. Yep. We're up.
Look at that bacon neck on the t-shirt.
Sweet. Oh, shit. I didn't have to do that. Oh, well, you know.
I don't give a shit.
Things were working.
Got bacon neck on the t-shirt, and I don't care.
I didn't even bring my phone. Fuck it.
It's charging. It's next to your bed.
That's true.
I seen it.
Anyway, we will.
Say, I mean, now's the time.
We will get started with this podcast.
I took a poop at the end of last podcast.
That is true.
Really tried to rocket that thing out. Oh, speaking of, curiosity killed the cat, and I found out why hot farts smell worse. There is a scientific reason.
Why?
A higher concentration of like methane gas or sulfur related gases.
That is very valuable information for us.
Well, I mean, you can't act like never once in your life have you been like, man, that one was hot. I know it's going to be bad. We've all been there. Like, let's be adults about this.
Well, we are not adults.
No, but I mean, it's factual though. Every adult human has thought like, man, why are the warm ones so much worse? You know I'm right. You know if you're sitting in your car and like you feel some heat with that thing, you're like, you roll it down a little further. or roll it up. Crank the heat. Hotbox it. What?
Well, it looked like we were lagging there for a minute, but nothing was, we're not dropping frames. I was getting a little concerned.
I got an idea for a pinned comment.
Pin the comment, Travis. And we will get this party started.
Have to have a capitalization. Yeah. It's perfect.
We will discuss that when we start this podcast because I might have an opinion about this.
I think a lot of people have an opinion about that one because that was quite a beloved show by many.
Well, and yours truly is one of them. My favorite show of all time.
Really?
Dexter? Absolutely.
Not that good.
Oh, it is that good.
Oh.
But you have to be a little bit more specific.
There's quite a few I would put on top of Dexter.
Oh, then you were just
Breaking
wrong.
Bad is better than Dexter.
No, not at all.
Hi.
You are wrong.
No, Breaking Bad's better than Dexter.
No, you're wrong.
I would say Game of Thrones is better than Dexter.
Arguably, yes.
More entertaining, if nothing else.
Only because you had dragons and boobies.
Not in that specific order.
Right. I mean, both had a little incestuous relationships, overtones. Well, one had overtones, one had straight out incest.
Yeah.
I'm
should I read the hook and then start it, and then we'll have this argument in the actual main episode, so that anybody that does listen to this can be like, "What a bunch of fucking morons."
Okay, we will discuss this further.
All right.
Oh, you want to get started?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Play the intro, Travis.
Well, I'm gonna read my hook.
Oh fuck.
Pardon me. You ready?
I was born.
I'm going to try to make it through this whole half-ass paragraph without fucking it up. Why do you keep slightly looking to my left as if there's somebody like staring through the window at me like 28 days later?
There might be.
Scariest part of the movie.
Might be a zombie out there just scratching.
Were they zombies? Okay, we'll save that too.
Okay.
All right. Where am I?
We're here.
All right. An aspiring filmmaker becomes obsessed with Dexter, rents a garage, creates fake dating profiles, and allegedly starts trying to live out his own serial killer fantasy in real life. But what police eventually find on his computer makes the entire case even more disturbing. Because this wasn't just murder, it was someone trying to turn himself into a character.
Sweet. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the GITM podcast, where we cover true crime, paranormal, and fun stuff.
Fun stuff.
Tonight
stuff. Again, I don't care what you said. Breaking Bad was better than Dexter.
Well, before let's for people.
We're talking. What show is better than Dexter here?
And I argue, possibly none.
I posit there's at least two.
There's tied with.
I think, personally, Breaking Bad.
Wrong.
Game of Thrones.
I can argue. That can be argued. I will accept that argument. I will accept it. That can be debated.
Okay, let's break this down. Are we talking shows across the board, or are we talking like dramatic shows? Because shows across the board. Well, what's the criteria here?
Is it
the ones that entertain us the most, or the ones that are like the best show? Like, as far as how we talk about at work, how there's a difference between like people talk about movies, and then we like, I forget what it was like. None of the young guys had seen like American History X, and we were like, that's a film. Schindler's List is a film. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I put those two together, but you know what I mean.
A little touchy right there.
Like there's a difference between a movie and a film. Adam Sandler makes movies.
I see your point, but
I love Adam Sandler. Don't get me wrong. And actually, I would posit that Adam Sandler has made a couple films.
Yes.
Spanglish.
Yes.
Did you cry?
No.
I cried watching Spanglish the first time. Punch Drunk Love, I think, is a phenomenal film.
I've only even remotely teared up.
Adam Sandler, Click.
That is about the only
In the Rain. Yep, me too.
That's the only movie I've remotely started to shed a tear.
Dude, I tear every time.
Now, I mean, TV shows is a little different than movies. I agree,
because there's not that many great ones.
Premise that there is a difference between a film and a movie, but
my hair is looking fucking on point today. I would like to point out.
Nice.
Shout out to James Mason. He goes by Mason the Barber.
But when it comes to TV shows, the whole idea is to entertain, because you're telling a story, but it's a drawn out, long, elongated story.
Because not everything needs to be a show. I've watched many a show where I'm like, it should have just been a movie.
Right. To where, like, if a movie, here's the difference between television and a movie. If there's nothing to follow, a TV show does not, it has to draw you in for the next one. So there's always
a cliffhanger
or some kind of unanswered question.
True.
To where in a movie, if there's an unanswered question, it sucked. They can go fuck themselves.
Unless, I mean, like, I get it if you're gearing up for a sequel, you know what I'm saying? But like, but they always do that shit. Like, that almost pisses me off too, though. When I'm watching a movie, especially if I go to the theaters, because I'm like, this is going to be a good movie. And at the end, I'm like, I'm going to fucking go watch another one now.
But when it comes to TV, I don't think you can make that distinction between a film and a movie. There's
a masterpiece and a wet shit on the sidewalk.
It has to entertain you. That is number one. It has to draw you in. You have to connect with it.
Okay, Russell Crowe. Oh shit, Tyler's here.
What's up, Tyler?
Haven't seen that name in a while. He's been working the glory hole extra hard.
Sweet.
Get it? Because gay.
Now, if you want to make a distinction between genres, as in comedies or dramas or action,
that's how you would have to. In my personal opinion, you have to break it down that way.
And
because I'm gonna throw some shit in there that like everybody's gonna be like, why is that in there? Like, because I think it's phenomenal. Like What We Do in the Shadows, the TV show.
Not a big fan.
I think it's so funny, specifically because of Laszlo. He's hilarious. Have you seen the scene that's going crazy, or not going crazy? Not. There's a scene where like I'm not up to date, but Guillermo.
Congratulations, Tyler. He got engaged
again.
Dumbass.
Again? You didn't learn your lesson the first time? back in the corner. I'm
Hey.
just kidding. I'm sure she's a lovely man. But no, there's one I just saw, and I think it's going to take over. It's like, Guillermo,
Yeah.
the familiar
Yeah.
that's like related to Van Helsing somehow.
Van Helsing?
Yeah. He's like off somewhere, and it's like all foggy. And he's like, thank you. And he's like, and you hear Laszlo out of nowhere, and he was like, Gizmo, where are you? What are you doing? And he's like, I'm having a wank. And he's like, oh, good man. Carry on. That show, Laszlo should just be a show by himself. When he takes you on a tour of his vulva garden, have you seen that episode?
No. I've seen maybe 2 episodes.
He has a garden where he trims all the bushes into the shapes of his favorite vulvas. And he takes you on a tour of them. And then he's like, and the piece de resistance, my mother. And then he sniffs it and he's like, what the fuck? Werewolf piss. And that's how they get into a fight with the werewolves. Which they win by having to fight the biggest werewolf, and they just throw a squeaky toy off the roof, and he jumps off the roof.
Okay, we're going to, if you want to make an argument about a show being better than Dexter, let's keep it.
That's not it.
Same drama. Leave comedy.
Drama.
Just
drama. Okay.
Or I.
For me personally,
Which,
I would say Breaking Bad.
I will disagree.
I would say Game of Thrones. For me personally, I would say Penny Dreadful. I very much enjoyed Penny Dreadful. I haven't watched the like rebooted series, but
I don't think I've ever.
There's so many.
Did I see Penny Dreadful? I don't think
I had Josh Hartnett in it.
Oh yes, I did. Where he's the werewolf.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I mean, it's decent. Not Dexter level. No.
It's so perfectly dark. I tell everybody, I'm like, if you like True Blood, but you felt kind of gay watching it, watch Penny Dreadful.
Banshees and not. I mean, I like Banshees.
It's not. I enjoy it. I wouldn't call it great.
I wouldn't put it on Dexter's level.
See where this conversation.
I put it on Breaking Bad's level.
Where this conversation would really go. No, Banshee's not as good as Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad was not that good.
It was.
No. It was good. I watched it.
They lost it a little bit at the end.
Better Call Saul was better than fucking.
Never really gave it much of a shot. But I've been having trouble with that. Like I am just now into the second season of Peaky Blinders. I've never made it past like an episode or two, which I've never been able to accept because it's right up my alley. And now I'm like into the story, and also I'm in the second season, so Tom Hardy's a part of it, which is on an automatic win for me. I love some Tom Hardy, both physically and as an actor. Taboo. I would say Taboo, even though there's only one season, is quite possibly one of my favorite shows of all time. We already talked about farts. Dark Winds. It's a movie. It's a show about farts starring Michael B. Jordan. Get it? But Taboo, I would put Taboo very close to the top of my list. Which allegedly at some point there will be another season, even though it came out in 2017.
Okay, this is all opinion based.
Yeah, you haven't watched Taboo?
No,
dude, you gotta watch it. I think you would really like Taboo.
I will give you Game of Thrones is tied with Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
Banshee is close in the top 5. But I do have another.
Euphoria.
Nah, see.
I have to try the new season, but like I did enjoy Euphoria once I got past the high school aspect of it. I was like, we'll just pretend they're in college.
And then I have 3 that are tied for 1, in my opinion. And I have Dexter, Game of Thrones, and then my third tied, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, is Californication.
I didn't watch enough of it to give it a real, a ranking.
And what the difference between Californication.
You just like David Duchovny's juicy hog.
Maybe. No, I mean, and what put it up there for me, yes, it's a drama, it's a comedy. It shows a lot of TNA, which you have to have a little.
Yeah, see, I don't factor tits and ass into my equation.
Well, then you are not a good.
I feel
cinephile.
like personally it cheapens the experience.
Bullshit. If
You're telling me that there's not at least 3 HBO shows that would probably have
Actually,
been
there's a
better
fourth.
if they did not lean on tits and ass so much.
I will give you this that might be better.
Don't say True Blood.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
Not. I mean, it's a good show, but
It's a good show for 4 seasons.
Sopranos.
Yep.
I mean that.
The Wire.
I couldn't get into The Wire.
So yeah, it took me a minute to get into The Wire, but I really like The Wire. Sopranos.
Here's the thing
Yeah.
about Californication, and this is why I like a little TNA in my shit.
So this is
If
why
it
we
can-
can't do show and film based fucking topics.
If it brings you,
Hey, first off, we're talking drama. Second, Cheers is okay. Roseanne,
Cheers. I love some Cheers.
I love some Roseanne back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, I was.
I can't say I align with her on everything.
We can go into comedy.
Comedy, no, dude, comedy would be an all night affair.
Yes, but
Because what we do in the shadows is up
here's
there
the thing
for me.
about Californication. It'll make you think. It'll make you laugh.
Make you jizz,
It'll make you wank it.
have a whack.
But what's great about it?
It'll make you have
It'll make you wank it, but you'll start crying because of another scene. You'll be crying and wanking at the same for.
Why are we
not-
saying wanking? What are we, British? I'm the one that's been watching Peaky Blinders, and you're saying wank.
It'll make
Although all this conversation would be funnier if we were English. A
would
proper
make you-
English gentleman. Like, darling, do you think after we have the dinner party, shall we both have a come together?
But here's what I liked about Dexter.
Outlet, never seen
It is a
Outlander.
fascinating premise, and that a show has to have has to be intriguing.
Okay, how do you feel about Nip Tuck?
I liked it.
I liked Nip Tuck,
I
at least
liked-
for a while.
I mean, the
It
first,
fell off.
like most shows, the longer it runs, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
Just
That's a
like Game of
throwback.
Thrones, same thing. First 4 seasons was phenomenal. Last 2, well, the last.
I would argue that season 4 and partially season 5 are the best part.
Well, but I was giving, but like the second to last season, the last season, at least they paid you off for watching it. But like
That's still one of the
second
best
to
fucking kills ever.
the second to last season sucked major donkey dick, in my opinion.
It was all lead up.
Yeah, but
It was like chatting with a cam girl. Like, you know nothing's gonna come of it, but it makes you feel special.
yeah, but it has to have a fantastic premise, and I think that's what Dexter did so fantastic. It makes you think. Like, listen, what is he really a bad guy? He's doing the right thing, taking out the bad guy.
Yeah,
but he's still a killer.
Yeah, he's still a fucking psychopath.
But it draws that it draws that line that you have to think about.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know. I see. It's a hard list to make though, because I historically haven't watched a shitload. I watch more comedy.
And I mean, comedies. I probably watch more comedy. Well, not really.
Well, nothing makes you stop thinking about wanting to fucking blow your brains out than a good giggle.
I mean, that's like I get a kick out of Bing Bang
Bing
Theory.
bang, bing bang bong.
The Chinese version.
Yes, it's named after my cousin.
But Big Bang Theory, I get a kick out of it. I giggle.
It's
And,
enjoyable.
and here's a show that, one of the greatest shows probably ever, Friends, which I did not like when it was on.
Miss me with Friends.
I admire it more now.
I think Friends is right up there in overratedness with Seinfeld.
Oh, Seinfeld was fucking horrible.
Seinfeld had its moments, but every show has its moments. Because I would also say, I don't give a fuck what anybody said. It's adult animation. Brickleberry was Daniel Tosh's show. It's funny.
What? I mean, it doesn't get any better than All in the Family.
I don't know, man. As far as comedy goes,
Jeffersons?
are we talking like...
Dallas? Crest? These people have never heard these fucking shows.
I was going to say, like, well, because I grew up in I would say the second coming of the comedy sitcom as well. Because I came up with Home Improvement, Step by Step, Family Matters, whatever the one the two blonde hookers
What's
were
up,
in.
Gregory? Welcome.
The one with God damn it, what was it?
But if you want to go
The
comedy,
one with Full House.
Yes.
Boy Meets World.
Yes.
Boy Meets World was solid as a kid.
I never liked
Martin, fuck off. Martin's one of the funniest fucking shows to ever be on network
for a while,
television.
but it kind of got old.
Oh yeah, every show does.
It was the same thing over and over and over.
Well, I think what killed, honestly, you know what I think killed Martin?
Cosby Show.
I think Cosby Show did a lot more than kill it.
It killed it. All right.
No, I think honestly, what killed Martin and what I'm surprised didn't kill Seinfeld and shit like that. Well, now we got to watch Dark Wind, the movie about farts.
Who's a douchebag and moron? Who's he referring to? Please tell us.
I think it's because Martin and Regina never had a kid.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that adds longevity to a lot of shows.
Yeah, or it could jump the shark.
Well, yeah. But like Home Improvement being one of them. Like I loved watching Home Improvement. And it's like, as a parent or as a kid watching it, you both grow with a family on shit like that.
And I loved Home
And
Improvement.
Step by Step, slept on.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, I lived for that slide-in entrance from the Codemeister.
oh.
Yeah.
No, I tell you what, the best comedy, my favorite all-time comedy
Show?
show, yes.
What?
Last Man Standing. Tim Allen.
So, Home Improvement 10 years later, but turn the boys to girls.
Pretty much. I think,
That's pretty much what
I
it
think
is.
it's better. I think it's better than Home Improvement.
I think this has something to do with it too when it comes to shows like that, is what generation you came from.
Right. But
Because I grew up, like I've said for years to multiple people, the moral compass of my childhood, and most people my age, I don't want to say most, but a lot, was like Tim the Toolman Taylor, Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince, Carl Winslow from Family Matters, and then like just fucking pick one to insert other than that.
yeah, I mean, TV shows.
Notice how Fresh Prince didn't make it on either list.
I was not a big.
I like Fresh Prince, but it's
It was
on and off.
It was all right. I mean, it wasn't something. And I will give this. I will say this. This is my definition of a movie or a TV show that I love. Game of Thrones. I loved it.
Mhm.
I would leave. I was dating.
It's one of the few shows I've watched multiple times.
Yes, me too. But I remember when it was on. Actually on. I would leave. I was dating somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I would leave the fucking house because they did not have HBO to go watch Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's a leavable offense.
Oh, Sanford and Son.
Sanford and Son's hilarious. So is I like Andy Griffith
I did
too.
not like Andy Griffith.
I don't mind Andy Griffith. Sanford and Son's fucking hilarious. Sanford and Son's funny as fuck. All in the Family, all that other shit can suck a dick compared to Sanford and Sons. Sanford and Son's probably the funniest show from that era.
The Jeffersons. I don't know.
I still think I'm going to go for Sanford and Sons. It's Red Fox, man. Like you can't. Come on, it's like Richard Pryor's dad.
You know what show that I think is up there in the comedy
Lexicon.
No, in the comedy conversation is that 70s show.
Mm-hmm.
Now that 80s show,
100%.
Fuck off.
Different Strokes. Yeah,
See, never...
they're all good, but like, are they the best? That 70s show is definitely up there. That 70s show is great. Started losing it there towards the end, but you have to expect that.
You know,
Donna, Eric went off to Africa or whatever the fuck.
Oh, I forgot one. Of getting back on the drama, and it doesn't hold up as well as I thought.
Most of them don't. X-Files.
X-Files.
I love
fucking X-Files.
My mom loved X-Files.
I was in my 20s.
I knew that sounds as such a...
I was in my 20s of drinking age. I would make sure I was home on Friday. I wouldn't go out drinking until after the X-Files came out. It went off.
You didn't just record it on a VHS?
No.
You didn't just take some family.
That's why, that's
you didn't
why,
take
you know me. I go to the bars late.
You didn't take a home video of a loved family moment and record over it?
No. I'm afraid I'd go over porn or something. Tape over porn or something.
Back in the good old days.
But
when they came in those oversized plastic sleeves.
But it does not hold up.
Oh, no.
I tried to watch a few episodes. No. I was like...
That's like most movies don't.
Oh.
Most movies don't. Most movies that I was like, man, that was a really good movie. Like, I watch it now and I'm like, yeah, it's still pretty good.
It depends on the time that I watch it. Like, a horror movie... I remember a horror movie that gave me nightmares. I mean, legitimate nightmares. Salem's Lot, the original, with Huss, or was it Starkey or Huss?
I don't know. Did you watch the remake?
I watched the remake, which I thought
it was better.
Yeah,
it's one of those movies that lends itself to modern technology.
But I remember when I first saw. Probably I shouldn't have seen it. I don't know what my parents were thinking.
Dude, that was my whole childhood.
I had nightmares for the longest time over Salem's Lot.
You know the one,
but I saw it a couple of years ago. I watched it. It was on. Before I even saw the remake. I watched it. And I was like,
it's still good.
No, I was like, was I that big of a pussy? Was I that big of a pussy?
Well, it's the same. It's the same thing as like Evil Dead. Have you watched the new Evil Dead?
No.
It's one of those movies. Yet again, it lends itself to the CGI world well, because it's way fucking scarier now. And there's about to be a third one. The second one was whatever. It was just gore.
I'm trying to think of other TV shows.
Fuck. I had a thought. Doesn't happen very often, and I lost it. Something about a movie. Oh, it did it for me when I was a kid. I always thought clowns were creepy anyway.
I never saw it when I was young.
Chucky. Child's Play got me, but it's because my fucking brother had a My Buddy doll.
I always thought Child's Play was a little...
It's funny.
Yeah.
But as like, I'm like fucking like 5 or 6.
Yeah. That's
and
true.
my brother had a My Buddy doll. The doll that is Chucky. Yeah. So obviously that was like a real life fear. We decapitated it. We duct taped its head to a broom handle and put it in the basement.
Batteries out.
He's supernatural, bruh. Or one that in a weird way creeped me out more than it should have, and I still love the movie to this day, is 13 Ghosts. With Monk, what's the guy's name?
Oh,
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah, that is another good comedy show. I mean, I love
That's not bad. Or House was alright.
House, I love House is one of those shit I could continually watch over and over.
But yeah, no, 13 Ghosts got me. You remember 13 Ghosts? It's Tony Shalhoub. His the whole thing was like he inherited a house from his uncle, and the house was like all glass and had all those like carvings in it, and it turned out to be a housing place and a machine to harness the power of like these 13 specific ghosts to
it's been like when it first came out, or
it wasn't like the movie. You got to see ghost boobies, which was cool, but it wasn't even the movie so much that was scary to me when I watched it initially. There's a specific ghost called the Jackal, and it had a cage on its head and shit, and just the way the Jackal moved in the movie was like, ugh, I don't like that.
Gregory says Stargate, the TV show.
I seen it.
It was all right. I liked Stargate Atlantis a lot better. I think, wasn't that what it was called?
I don't fucking know.
I watched that. I was not a big fan of Stargate the movie. I mean, it was good.
Are you saying that 13 Ghosts was good until the last 10 minutes? It had fucking Matthew Lillard in it too. I always forget about that. I'm sure it had other people in it, but fuck them.
But anyway, a TV show a TV show specifically needs to make you question things. That's what was so fantastic.
Your sexuality.
That was so fantastic. What was so fantastic about The Sopranos? And,
maybe I should go to therapy and cuss at him.
But you gotta remember when Sopranos came out. It was what, mid to late 90s.
I was say like 97 or 98.
It was the beginning of the anti-hero.
What the fuck you talking about?
You know, you think about wrestling, you know, the Attitude Era.
I've been watching a lot of wrestling docs lately too.
But, you know, Tony Soprano was such a bad guy, but you were sympathetic to him.
Oh my God. Speaking of wrestling in childhood, see, 13 Ghosts was good. Yeah, the end was a little corny. Like, from that era, it makes sense. I got a little emotional watching a wrestling match the other day.
An old?
No, one from last year.
Ooh.
The last table match between the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. Which, first off, they kept calling Bubba Ray Bully Ray, and I was like, fuck you. He's wearing camo and fucking taped up glasses. That's Bubba Ray. You piece of shit. But no, I did. I found myself getting a little emotional watching it. Not because of the match itself, because of thinking of that time period in my life. I had this conversation with somebody, and I was like, it's really silly. And they were like, it's not silly the way you explained it. Because they were like, that's... Who the fuck is Donald Gibbs?
Who's Donald Gibbs?
If it's in the story, we haven't talked about anything. We've been talking about shows. But yeah, no.
We'll get to the topic.
Stupid. I find it silly and stupid, but apparently it's not silly because I was asked, like, why are you fucking, like, kind of emotional over a fucking wrestling match? And I was like, and I explained it. I was like, because it's the last table match of the Dudley Boys and the Hardys ever. Arguably the two best tag teams in the history of the World Wrestling Federation.
I'm going to disagree.
Two of the best, for sure. Who are you going to put up there? Those two? What, the Road Warriors?
No. The Road Warriors of old school. But if you want to talk most entertaining,
the Hardy Boys. Are you shitting me?
No. I never. No.
Who, you going to say the Rockers?
No. My favorite tag team of all time?
The Brothers of Destruction. That goes up there. I'm not going to lie.
I can't believe you're not going to get this. Attitude Era.
The Rock and Sock Connection?
No, fuck off. You gotta remember, it's like a TV show. People don't realize wrestling is a TV show. It's
a tag team from the Attitude Era that wasn't the Dudley Boys or the Hardy Boys or Edge and Christian?
Yeah. The most entertaining of all of them. From the entrance.
Oh, are you talking about you're not talking about Scotty Too Hottie?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank God. I don't even remember their name. But
you didn't know?
Oh, really?
New Age Outlaws. They were the most entertaining of all
on the mic
and in ring. I don't give a fuck what you say. Billy Gunn might be one of the best athletes ever.
Okay, he's been on fucking all the steroids for 30
They
years.
all are on all the fucking steroids.
He's probably on more now.
I mean, the man's almost 70. He looks.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with this. No. I will say they were entertaining. They were good to watch, but at least in the Attitude era, there's literally no better matches in the Attitude Era than the 3-way tag TLC match.
Edge and Christian didn't do it for me.
Edge and Christian as a tag team were okay, but when you paired them with those other two teams, magic.
The Dudley Boys, I never. Oh, honestly. Maybe it was the gimmick.
I think the Dudley Boys are, like, on paper, the most successful tag team of all time. As far as, like, credentials and shit.
I mean, if you want to get, in my personal opinion, the Road Warriors were probably.
The most mentally unstable?
And the Steiner brothers back in the day.
Back in the good old days, yeah. Back before whatever happened to Scott Steiner.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, no, I did. Anyway, back to it. Is like I got emotional watching the last table match. And don't get me wrong, the match wasn't very good.
No.
Because specifically, not to be a dick and harp on it, but like Devon, not in the best moving shape. in better shape than both of us, but like not in the best wrestling shape.
Right.
He doesn't have the pop like he used to. You know what I'm saying? But they milked the entrances. The match was okay. It was very telegraphed.
Very true.
But I got emotional, and it was because of like, for some reason, since it's their last match of that style, it took me back to watching the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys TLC matches back in the day, when it was like, not to get too in depth here, but like, parents are getting divorced. All my siblings are older than me, have different dads than me. My sisters are back and forth from Florida. My brother's getting in trouble and shit. I spent a lot of time by myself, and there's a lot of fucking screaming going on in the house. No, I'm talking before that. Like, from the ages of like my memory starting to like 11. Spent a lot of time by myself. There's a lot of fucking arguing and a lot of screaming and shit. But you know what I always had? I always had in the morning when my siblings were at school and my dad was at work and my mom and me were the only ones there, I took a shower and I could sit on the floor in my parents' room and watch Pokemon. And then when wrestling was on, I had wrestling.
Well, that's
everybody in the house knew, like, fucking Travis is watching wrestling. Chill.
That is the beautiful thing about TV shows. They take you back to when you first saw them.
Yeah.
Like wrestling. Like, I just watched the Hogan documentary.
I haven't finished. I think I have like a half an episode left.
You know, and that, you gotta remember my age bracket.
Hogan was God.
Hogan, I from the territory days to the WWE takeover.
I was gonna say, yeah. When you were the age I'm talking about, it was like the dethroning of Andre the Giant, going into Hulkamania and Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man and all that shit.
And so I do enjoy going back to that, the Ric Flair days.
Woo!
The old NWA, you know, I remember the territory.
Fuck the police.
But, you know, but I think TV shows and movies do the same thing. That's like, like one of my favorite movies of all time has nothing to do. The movie sucks major balls.
Oh, Tyler's dad and grandpa met one-legged Buff Bagwell. That's sick.
Wow, that is sick. One of my favorite movies of all time.
He's buff and he's got the stuff.
The movie sucks.
Yeah,
but it's because I watched.
But you hold on to something from it.
Because I watched it with my daughter.
Yeah,
I watch it every time it's on.
I think that one for me would probably be Robin Hood Men in Tights.
But I watch it every time it's on, and I get a little teary every time it's on.
Yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights. Even though it's a great comedy movie.
And I would almost be ashamed to admit this, but luckily I'm only admitting it to about 6 people.
Yeah. This would be the episode that goes viral.
No, it would be.
They're like, look at these fucking pussies.
It would be Pitch Perfect.
I was just talking about Pitch Perfect the other night.
Not any of the other ones. I mean, I've seen all the other ones, but I just remember watching it over and over again.
Because it was your daughter's like favorite fucking movie.
Right.
I got a ticket for the long way ride. Yeah, that shit.
And I will watch it every time it's on.
Yeah.
You probably have seen
that's how I get into the wrestling shit. Right. Is like, I don't watch wrestling, but randomly YouTube will be like, you want to watch a documentary about Scott Hall? I'm like, yeah. And then it reads me down a lap. But yeah, no, I mean that's what it was. Is like, with all the, you know, the trials and tribulations that some of us have through childhood, myself included, wrestling was always a thing. Like, I always, like, there was almost never a time where I didn't get a television in the house to watch wrestling when wrestling was on. And I also remember watching wrestling on the weekends with my dad. Because my dad would like we just lay on the floor and watch wrestling, and he'd watch it and be entertained and stuff like that, but he'd also kind of talk shit about it. Because, you know, he'd be, what?
Do you see him?
I think I see part of him laying down.
Okay. It's a car or something.
Because my dad would lay there, and like, because my dad was into wrestling when he was a kid, as every guy is, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Which my dad was born in the 50s, and B was a really good wrestler, like amateur wrestler in high school and shit. But like, so we would watch it and it was like fun and stuff like that. And then he'd also kind of like throw jabs at like the Undertaker and shit. Cause he'd be like, Bruno Sammartino, fuck him up. like I get it, Dad. The Iron Sheik was a real tough guy.
Was actually really tough.
I get it.
Wasn't he?
I also remember coming home one day and I think my dad took my brother out of school early one year for my birthday, and they made a rope ring in the basement for my birthday party. So like all of us could fucking go down there and fucking wrestle and shit. They had like mattresses or some dumb shit on the ground so you could fucking 5-star frog splash. There was like I think Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin action figures in the top of my cake that year. The only two I remember 2 birthdays. The wrestling birthday and the Pokemon birthday. That's it.
Well, and here's the thing about wrestling.
And I remember getting mad because I didn't want what somebody got me as a gift. And boy, did my parents like, shut the fuck up and be respectful, you little putt.
There is no difference. People that shit on wrestling and hate wrestling, there is no difference between Monday Night Raw and just a regular TV show.
There you go. Gregory got to see it live in your day. I went to a couple live events. I get to high five Booker T when I was like 7 or 8 when he was coming out.
Huh.
Yeah, my dad got me, him, and my brother like floor seats one year for my birthday. It was the coolest shit. Like I have this vague, hazy memory of it because I was so young and there's so much going on, but it was so fucking cool. Yeah, that's Mick Foley and Rowdy Piper's 2 solid choices.
But wrestling is just like watching a soap. It's a TV show. Mm-hmm. You're following a story.
Well,
just
people are like, wrestling's fucking dumb. I'm like, you grew up watching Dance Moms, bitch. That's fucking stupid too.
I'm not even saying, not even that.
They're all dumb.
Compared to reality television and shit like that, yeah, it's 100 times better. But it's no different than any drama. Breaking Bad. It's just, you're telling a story just with several different characters, and also it comes with catchphrases. Yeah.
There's nothing else. There's still to this day, I haven't watched wrestling in
I can't watch it anymore.
Over 20 years, realistically. And there is shit that I haven't heard in over 20 years. One word, one sound that I will instantly click over. I tried to watch Heels, didn't get me. But like there are like just sounds and single syllable words that I can hear, and I'll instantly be snapped back into like being a kid. Like, hey yo, you like if some random guy be like, hey yo, I'll be like, you know who I am? Or fucking like somebody, can I steal a kiss? Kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing. Dude, like, but think of like, fuck around and break a glass around me, and bet I don't go spat out. Like it's instinct.
All right,
and it's because that shit. It really like. I think that's why it leaves such an impression on a lot of, not all, but a lot of young men. It's that time. It's that time in your life, and it's that time of, everything else was whatever. When I was watching wrestling, I'm fucking body slamming couch pillows and shit like that, not getting yelled at for acting like an idiot because I'm watching wrestling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The few times my dad bought a pay-per-view, I remember like twice, I think he bought a pay-per-view of wrestling. Oh, it was so cool. Do you guys want to will your mom let you come over? My dad said we can get pizza and watch fucking SummerSlam. And then you get the boys over, and then you just got those dolls that you squeeze the nose and it goes, ow! And you got like 4 of those getting fucking tossed around and shit. Those are just good times, man. Oh, yeah. You can't, like, somehow my brain will never forget them. Like, I forgot a lot of my childhood, not gonna lie. But I remember a lot of little things about wrestling. Mm-hmm. And it did. I watched that match, and even though it was very mediocre, I was like, oh, man.
Well,
I'll never go back to those times.
We fucked off for 45 minutes.
We talked wrestling and TV shows and movies. I mean, this is better than any fucking podcast subject we've ever done.
Let's get to this episode, this true crime episode.
This makes me want to do the shit show again every once in a while.
I know.
We should do it. Not a separate episode. Just like one episode out of the month. Just fuck off. Maybe have a couple drinks. I'll crack open that Wild Turkey 101 up there. We'll start comparing areola sizes like men.
Like men.
You're fucking gay if you never sat in a locker room and you're like, John, come here. We're comparing nip sizes. Anywho.
Right.
Oh. But yeah, I got to high five Booker T one time.
I've never been to a live wrestling.
Dude, can we go?
Fuck no.
No, they're fucking cool. No, you can. I'm pretty sure you can still get into them decent because you don't have to have good seats.
But see,
They have the jumbotron and you can see everything.
I don't really like.
You don't, dude. I'm telling you, you don't have to. Even the trash pre-taping or like, because I went to, I don't think I went to any live taped shows, so it wasn't anything super nuts. But like, it's fucking cool. We should go to one.
Here's my issue with wrestling at this point. If you grew
Not
up
gay enough,
right? If you grew up in my era with
the monsters,
the superhero looking, the Hogans, the Ultimate Warriors, and then they were superhero looking freaks.
Yeah.
And then that transitioned into the Attitude Era, which was
sick. That's the best time in wrestling.
The best fucking time in wrestling. And then it goes to this shit.
Yeah.
I can't. I even tried.
We should go.
There. I gave wrestling a shot. What,
I know.
A year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
We should go though.
For one, I don't. It has to be somewhat believable.
Yeah, we should go. It's fun. Like if we can get into one for like $30 a pop, like
I'd almost rather go see one like what's
an independent show.
Yeah, independent show.
Yeah. You're missing the explosions though.
Oh, yeah.
That shit'll get you.
But there's no characters that intrigue me now.
Yeah. You get the bloodline. The only reason I know about the bloodline is because I just watched a Yokozuna documentary. So like the whole fucking family's in it. That was a good one.
All right, let's get to this Dexter Killer.
All right. Fuck. Early life, personality. I mean, there's only 7 pages.
Oh, we're gonna.
Yeah, I was crushing time kind of for a reason, but the wrestling thing just kind of hit it.
We'll get back to the wrestling thing
a little bit
in about 20 minutes.
We're gonna start. First off, gay Mark Twitchell.
That is a serial killer's name,
right? Anyway, Mark Twitchell was born in Canada and later lived in Edmonton, Alberta.
No wonder.
By most accounts, his childhood did not contain the kind of severe abuse or obvious trauma people often expect in notorious criminal cases.
Really?
Yeah. He didn't have the McDonald triad. People who knew Twitchell often described him as socially awkward but intensely ambitious. Ooh. He was autistic. What?
Oh, the air conditioner kicked on.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Are we about to have a goddamn a tsunami? Excuse me. Reportedly, he craved recognition and admission or admiration from a young age. Sociopath.
Well, don't we all?
That's a narcissistic sociopath.
We are all narcissistic to a certain degree, just different levels.
Yeah, to what level?
Yeah.
There's a difference between like, actually, shocking to find out. I was shy as fuck. Well, that's not shocking. I was shy as fuck as a kid. Like, hide behind my mom's legs when I met somebody new shy. Like, cried for like an hour the first time she took me to preschool shy. Shocking, isn't it?
See, I was never shy. I don't think. I just had this disdain for other people.
No, I was shy. Age. Like, I was like legit. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Would actually hide behind my mom's legs. Like when she was just like talking to somebody in the grocery store, like a friend that she saw. I was the shyest kid imaginable.
Now look at you.
Yeah, fucking
an obnoxious asshole.
Fat, gay, obnoxious piece of shit. The biggest things I love in this world are talking shit. And
this show is not brought to you by
Dick
Burger King
or Gatorade. 0 for all you assholes out there. I prefer to eat my calories in the form of cum.
Well, that's one.
Seriously, you didn't even acknowledge that. How funny would that be, though? If somebody was like, "Would you like? I think I'll have a cum tonight. When I go home, take a shower, and have a cum before bed."
What episode was that?
What?
Didn't we do an episode where that
about having a cum?
Yeah, popped in.
Probably. Oh man,
I don't watch this shit.
Just friends and acquaintances. I can't. People are like, I'll turn it on for a minute, like every once in a while, just to like, audio quality shit like that. But like, I can't stand it. Like there was a period of time where there was people that would like put on our show at work, and I'm like, dude, you've got to turn this off. This is so weird. Like I'm just like chopping fucking onions, and I'm hearing me talk about dicks and farts and cum, and I'm like, dude, like it's not even the subject matter. It's weird.
I mean, I have to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, where was I? Friends and acquaintances later described him as theatrical, image conscious, and highly invested in appearing intelligent or creative.
Gay as fuck.
And narcissistic. Gay-cystic. Nope.
Don't go there.
Nope. Twitchell became fascinated with movies, storytelling, and filmmaking early in life. That's not weird.
That's not weird at all.
That's actually pretty normal. I actually wrote a pretty good book in like 2nd or 3rd grade. It was only like 8 pages long. It was a project for school. Like the teachers got us like a bound book, and we could like draw a cover and shit. Dude, I was solid. I said something about like in the intro of the like one of the characters in the beginning of the book. I said something about like a single strand of hair, and literally I was like fucking 7 and was like, pay attention closely. This single strand of hair will come into play later in the story. Because like somebody fucking like took a swing at the kid with like an axe or something, and it like split his hair. It missed him that close. I was like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, fuck, man. Maybe I should have gone to school for like journalism or some shit.
Stephen King, motherfucker, you.
I've always, it's just like in college. The short period of time I was in college, I can bullshit my way through. If you give me a premise and a little bit of information, I can write you a fucking passing paper about almost anything.
I wish I could write.
Dude, I can literally, like, I've thought about, like, if blogs were still a thing, I would start a blog. Like, I can sit here with this fucking keyboard and just rock it out horse shit.
I wish I could actually form a sentence in the...
You had a stroke.
And even as a kid, I would...
Should we get you one of the Stephen Hawking screens?
I think that would be the coolest job to have.
What, a writer?
An author. Novelist.
I'm going to write a novel. I'm going to sit at this desk and I'm going to write a novel. And then I'm going to read my own audiobook.
Just have ChatGPT do it for you now.
No. That's weird. Trust me. I know somebody who's done a couple of them.
Really?
Yeah.
And sold them?
No. I'll tell you later. It's somebody we both know.
Self-publish it.
Because I found out about. I was like, go outside.
Put that shit up on Amazon.
Go for a walk in the park. Please.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me who it is.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you later.
I won't say nothing.
Nobody's
watching this anyway.
He reportedly enjoyed constructing fantasies, identities, and imagining himself as important or exceptional. None of this is weird yet.
No,
It's just imagination. You know the crazy shit. I remember me and my best friend at the time. I used to go to his house and we'd play. He had a big sandbox like play set in his yard. Mm-hmm. You know, one of those like hand built ones. You know, the good shit. Because I think I might have broke my tailbone there or no, maybe it was him. I don't know. One of us jumped off the fucking swing one time and landed ass first on the fucking, I think it was like a 12 by 12 frame of this whole thing. But no, like that's just imagination. That's something. The only thing that makes that fucking weird is the fact that kids don't do this shit anymore. Because people put fucking iPads in front of them all the goddamn time. They don't have to use their imagination anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was leading me to. I remember playing like superhero games at that friend's house, and we had rocks, different rocks that we would find, and we'd put them on the play set, and it was like you got to pick one or two, and they were predetermined what superpowers those rocks had.
I remember when I was a kid, my imagination was so fucking good.
I convinced myself I liked women, and it's worked all the way up to this point.
Like I would invent games with like card games that I could just play by myself. So I got
and you had there was no question that it was going right.
I loved wrestling, like amateur wrestling.
Yeah,
until I did it. I said, this is shit's fucking hard.
Until they said you got to lose 60 pounds by tomorrow.
You want me to run how far? Fuck this. But back then in the 80s, bodybuilding was big.
Like, I don't want to run. I just want fucking Jimmy to put his dick in my ear.
But I would have created like a wrestling game, a legitimate wrestling game with cards.
Oh, okay. With cards.
3 rounds.
I thought if you would have said with the other boys at school, I'd been like,
but we had when we weren't fucking rich.
Yeah.
You had to fucking, and I was an only child. I had to. It's either that or jack off. Or
I feel like we had a similar thing where it's like it's not bad, but like you're definitely not like the cool rich kid either.
Right. Yeah,
like I didn't get a car when I turned 16 and shit.
Solidly lower middle class, I would say.
Yeah, like I didn't get a car and shit when I turned 16. I don't know. My shit was weird because like my dad had a good job, but like the divorce.
Yeah. But
even though I think my mom was supposed to pay my dad, but she never did because she couldn't afford it. I'm not trying to put my mom on blast. I love my mom. She's my mom. But like, I don't know. I was so young that like I still to this day don't understand how that whole thing worked out. And I don't care to, but
right. It's just there's nothing so far in the story that screams.
I mean, like he sounds a little narcissistic.
Yeah, but like I said,
but like lot of young, especially a lot of young boys, can be that way.
No wonder my pants were falling down.
I was like, Jesus, what are you trying to do over here?
Oh, whip it out!
You
right
trying
here.
to play a little wrestling card game over here?
Oh, whip it out right here on YouTube. See if I can get us banned. They don't even watch this shit. They don't even monitor this shit.
They probably don't. But yeah, so far this is mostly just a kid with a fucking imagination.
Right.
Leave him alone. Like, or don't leave him alone. I don't know. Maybe if they didn't leave him alone as much, maybe shit wouldn't have gone south. I spent a lot of time by myself.
I've always said.
True story. I still vividly remember the place I used to go when I was really little to cry while my parents were screaming at each other. It was in the formal living room, and there was a table. You remember those tables that had like the faux bamboo kind of, but it was like stained darker, and it had like wicker bindings holding it together. It had like the green glass tops.
Yeah.
It was one of those tables, and I would sit between the table, and then there was like the edge of the wall with the thermostat up here, and I would sit there and I would cry while my parents were yelling at each other. Oh man,
you don't get this fucking good shit on another podcast.
Oh shit, I don't know, man. That is one thing I haven't listened to him very much anymore, but I want a fucking I'm still a fan of Brohio. As dark as it might be, I would like to hear a background of Rob from Brohio. Because it certainly sounds like he had a pretty atrocious childhood.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Like, he talks about, like, shitting in the outside so he wouldn't get, like, beat for fucking, like, clogging the toilet if he took a fat shit. And I'm like, that's a lot. That's pretty bad.
I kind of feel you. That's my biggest fear.
That is clogging the toilet?
Yeah. That is why I don't.
That's my goal.
That is why I do not take a shit anywhere other than where I dwell.
Not me.
I never once. I don't remember. I'm not going to say.
If I got to go, I'm going.
I never remember doing it in school.
I shit. Dude, I took a shit in school in the stalls that didn't have a door.
I had this conversation last weekend. I would rather, back when I was at that age, even now, I'd rather shit my pants than shit at school or somewhere.
I mean, it's not my favorite thing to do, but yeah, I took a shit in a stall without a door on it in high school.
But
because it was like, well, granted, at 25, I found out I had diverticulitis, so I probably had it then too, and just didn't know it. So it was like, oh man, I gotta go.
But that is I think that it's not because, just it's the act. It's just. Especially at somebody's house, so.
That's the best because you don't have to. Oh, that's one thing.
The cold cloth,
but like a school, a nice gas station or like rest stop where they're like actually well kept. That's the best place to drop a fucking steamer, dude. That's the best place to like just like to let out all that like chewing gum from 7th grade that you swallowed that everybody told you not to, but you didn't believe them. That is the best toilet to clog. Why? Because you can just leave.
That's true.
You don't have to tell nobody. You can just be like, That's me. Somebody's going to find that and they're going to curse someone and they're not going to know who. I'm going to know who. That's my butt gremlin that I just left in there. Well, true story. I was a janitor for a short period of time at the JCPenney up the street. And the only time in my adult life or child life for that matter that I've had to find a utensil to physically break a human shit, women's bathroom at JCPenney. Yeah. It was... I wasn't even mad. I saw it and I'm like, one, I want to know what your diet is. 2, your husband's got to be happy because there's no way that thing came out of a unreamed butthole. I'm talking solidly that big around.
Oh, that would have been painful.
And in the hole and out of the water. It was a beached whale.
This is why nobody wants.
It looked like Tony Soprano was like, "Get the fuck out of here," and threw his fucking stogie in there, and then it filled with water like a tampon. Maybe that's what it was. No, that's not what it was. I used a random piece of fucking metal that I found in the janitor's room.
Why I don't do that.
They were like, "What'd you do with it?" I was like, "I fucking threw it away. What do you think I did? Like, what? You want to save it? Like, what are we gonna do? You want to use it to make s'mores later? The fuck? There's not enough bleach in the world, dog. Are you fucking kidding me? I just fucking battled the Kraken in the fucking porcelain ocean with this thing and beheaded it and watched it flush into the depths, and now." Two things happen. It gets thrown away, or we sword and the stone it. Which we should have done that. I would have kept it. Still to this day, it would have been on this shelf right here. Don't know what the metal was, but it had a purpose that day. Not all heroes wear capes. Some heroes break up giant pieces of shit. The poor girl that fucking that discovered it, that worked there. She was like, I was like, "What's going on?" She was like, "You'll see it." I was like, I should have opened the door and be like, "Bitch, like, you gotta warn me about this." That's like walking in and seeing a fucking dead child. It was up there with that level of like mental shock. It was legitimately the only time I've looked at a human turd and been like, actually how? Like, I'm not exaggerating. I legitimately question how a human being got it out of their body. It looked like something a water bottle would shit out. Oh, fuck. Dude, it's like lightning struck a tree, and then just a chunk of the bark just happened to fly into that toilet. Just redwood. Just fucking. God, it was like the Tatanka. Bitch had an area code. It's like DFW. All right, anyway. Okay, many observers later felt he seemed obsessed with becoming the, quote, main character in his own life story. He had, I think the kids call that main character energy now. Because I have it sometimes. When I'm drunk. He said, yeah. Some people described it as insecure beneath the surface despite projecting confidence public. That's every young man. That is literally every young man. We can agree on that.
We can agree.
He struggled socially at times, but reportedly wanted desperately to be viewed as talented, impressive, and unique.
Every guy.
Yeah. Twitchell eventually married and outwardly appeared to live a relatively normal adult life. However, behind the scenes, he reportedly became increasingly frustrated by lack of success and recognition. That's where you're starting to toe the line. When you're an adult and you're still that hung up on it, like, you're definitely egotistical, probably a bit of a narcissist, possibly a bit of a sociopath, if not worse. He became heavily involved in amateur filmmaking and fan productions, porn. He would have been a peak OnlyFans director. Yes. He'd be the fucking Jack Doherty of this shit. That little piece of shit. Don't worry about him talking shit about me on the internet because he'll never see this, but like, what a twat waffle.
You have that.
He participated in low budget projects inspired by franchises like Star Wars. So he was a nerd too. He reportedly wanted to become a respected filmmaker and screenwriter. That's fine. There's nothing weird about that.
Lofty goals.
If I had that kind of imagination as an adult, I would have done the same shit. Like, no. Read the director's notes. No ass to mouth in this one. All right? Jesus Christ. Now, can we please just have a come here, people? Action. Friends described him as extremely committed to building a creative identity. Again, to a certain point in all this, like it's quite normal.
Right.
Despite his ambitions, Twitchell struggled financially and professionally. Welcome to the fucking being a grown-up, boy. Life sucks. Life's a dick. Suck it and move on. His projects failed to bring success and recognition he wanted. Some observers later believed this failure intensified feelings of resentment and inadequacy. Yeah, probably so. You handle that one of three ways. You either put yourself in a shell and be a bitch about it. You let it fuel your hate fire like the burrito from Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
And you move on with life, or we'll get into the third option. Where was I? Oh, investigators and journalists repeatedly noted that Twitchell appeared obsessed with image and perception. He reportedly wanted people to see him as brilliant, misunderstood, and destined for greatness. This desire for significance appears repeatedly throughout the later criminal investigation. So he wanted to be Kurt Cobain. But for movies, he wanted to be Quentin Tarantino. Or insert most other great filmmakers. Quentin Tarantino, Guy Ritchie, a little weird, great movies. The Coen brothers. Steven Spielberg. The guy that went to the bottom of the ocean. James Cameron. Did I tell you about that shit?
No, what?
About the Mariana Trench? Did we talk about that last time?
I don't think so.
About how there's apparently a single-celled organism that grows to the size of a softball down there?
No shit.
Yeah.
Single cell.
Single cell.
That motherfucker matures.
Yeah. That's the next monster. That's gonna be a monster.
The Kraken will be born.
Dude, fuck the Kraken. This thing is a Kraken's daddy. Can you imagine? One cell. But one cell. And you're holding it in your hand. And then out of nowhere, like a blobfish is just like, ugh. You seen those things? They're just like snot with eyes. Yeah. They look like a Dilbert cartoon that got like somebody spilled their coffee on. Disgusting. Yeah. You know anglerfish are pretty big? No, the ones with the dangly thing? The bioluminescent dangly bait.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, and they got the crazy fucking gnarly teeth. Yeah, apparently they're quite large. The females. The males are very little teeny tiny guys. Because they reproduce. You ready for the reproduction?
Oh, boy.
The males bite the female. And then inseminate the female through that process. And then that's all she wrote for the male. The female just absorbs him nutritionally into her body.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
I mean, you know.
That's pretty much what happens.
Who runs the world? People. Girls.
Once you get in.
They suck the life force out of you, and then they leave you a husk of a man on the bottom of the ocean.
Pretty much what happens. Let's be honest.
They just leave you so some troller fucking pulls you up in a net and goes, and tosses you back.
Once they let you in, they got you.
You're not wrong. We should do an episode about crazy animals from the ocean. And have videos for it. I could talk about the goblin shark for an hour. The goblin shark. Have you ever seen the goblin shark?
I think so.
Got the real long nose for some reason. Everybody's like, "How does it eat?" And then it.
Did you just fucking Heil Hitler right here on the show?
Did I tell you about the T-shirt I saw? I had a picture of it.
I think you did. Didn't we?
The three Heil Hitlers, and it says Adidolf. We're not racist. We're just anti-Semitic. No, we love our overbearers. But yeah, no, everybody saw the goblin shark and they're like, why is his nose so goddamn long, but his mouth's way the fuck back here? He looks like I don't even know what to call it, like a sawfish almost.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be a predatory animal. Ha ha! He said, hold my beer, bitch. And then when they find him eating for the first time, this shark's like I said, his fucking nose is out like this.
Again,
and his mouth for a visual. And then his jaw fucking, it's on multiple hinges. It drops down from his skull, and then it like reverse scissors a bone out and protrudes the jaw out, grabs shit, and then like back in.
Alien shit.
Yes.
Fucking.
Yes.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Fuck that shit.
It's cool, but you're like, why? Why is that a thing, and how did that happen? Maybe God is real. No, God wouldn't make that.
If he was
God would see that and be like, no, like, kill it, like most of our neighbors. I will say the area we live in does make me feel better about my car. Wow. I'm like, man, my car is not that bad. Okay, Dexter. Around the mid-2000s, Twitchell became heavily interested in Dexter, as did Phil.
I just didn't kill anybody.
And my mom and so many other people. Dexter followed Dexter Morgan. For those who don't know, we'll give it a little rundown. A forensic blood analyst secretly living as a serial killer. The show portrayed murder through a stylized and cinematic lens, and Dexter carefully planned attacks, created hidden kill rooms wrapped in plastic, and maintained a secret double life.
And we got the most important part. He only killed
bad guys.
Other killers.
Allegedly.
He did investigations. He had access. Or if they got away with it, they were found.
Or if they thought,
on a technicality.
Or if he thought they were hot.
He would take justice in his own hands.
He'd be like, you're sexy. I'm going to cut your face off and wear it like a mankini.
Or he would kill other serial killers.
You think a serial killer's ever done that?
What?
Like a gay serial killer killed a dude, cut his face off, and then like, those elephant man thongs from back in the day?
Yeah.
But like, he's like gross Gene Simmons kind of.
Wrong. You're fucking so wrong on so many levels.
Have fun with that mental image.
Think
about it. Dick protruding from the mouth. Severed human face. No eyeballs. A little bit of blood. There you go. Moving on. Investigators later believed Twitchell strongly identified with the fantasy of hidden superiority represented by the character. That's what makes it weird. Liking the show is fine. But if that's what you're focused on, you're like, that guy's so fucking cool. You're like, oh, my whole fucking life, this is all I've ever wanted to be. Oh, God, Andy's might fuck his hot sister? This guy's living the dream. Friends later recalled conversations in which Twitchell discussed manipulation, intelligence, and criminal strategy in unsettling ways. And nobody thought to do something at that point.
So he had a podcast?
Yeah, okay, but we've never had a serious conversation about any of that.
Oh, I know how I do it.
I do have a way that, like, if somebody were to, like, kill my whole family, I'd know how I would torture them. I think I've told you. Because I think it would end in their death eventually.
I would Dexter him.
No, you don't. That's too easy.
No, I just wouldn't.
You kind of Dexter them. Just strap them to the table and everything, and then you put like a very bright light, like right here. After you remove their eyelids entirely, and then every so often you force feed them a couple sleeping pills. But you keep them hydrated and shit. Maybe give them like that little nose feeding tube, so like they can't just die of anything like that. They just gotta exist. Yeah. And then after they die, yeah.
I hope nobody's ever done this, and we're gonna get a fucking knock at the door.
And then after they die, yeah, fuck the corpse.
There you go. Now
Power move.
Now we're back.
Make a little video of it. Send it to their family. Like, now you know how it feels, stupid. Eye for an eye, they say. That was gross. Prosecutors eventually argued Twitchell admired the illusion of control and sophistication associated with Dexter.
But was he in control?
No, he
Exactly.
wasn't. He wasn't. He just thought he was. That's the caveat of the whole thing.
Yes.
Dexter was always crazy. He just didn't think he was crazy. He had convinced himself that he was doing something good.
He harnessed it for his crazy to be
what he thought was good.
A sense of
like Batman.
Yes.
Like Batman without the gay mask.
Batman's not a superhero.
And Batman basically wore a gimp mask with the horns.
Yes.
Especially if we're talking about the Michael Keaton Batman. Can you imagine how stiff his neck was after filming those scenes? Literally the whole... Ah! You want to run down to the Michael Keaton Batman films? What was her name? Catwoman. What was the actress? The hot one.
Who did play? No.
Yeah, that was Michael Keaton. He was the one with
No.
with the Penguin. Or no, that was Val Kilmer.
That was Val Kilmer.
Okay, never mind. Take that back. Rewind. You want to run down to the Michael Keaton, any Michael Keaton Batman movie, action scenes, dialogue, and then Michael Keaton going like this. Just not being able to turn his head whatsoever. I just saved you 2.5 hours.
It was a big problem.
Like that's literally it was like one of those people with the fuck, when you get a neck injury and they put you in that like ow fuck, they put you in that like rack.
I'm not finding this funny.
That's the same thing.
I'm not finding this conversation funny.
Oh yeah. Well, he chose it.
Yes.
He also got paid a lot more. I'd not move my neck for a couple months for a couple $1 million. Justice. Like the fuck? Who was the villain in the Michael Keaton Batman?
Jack Nicholson, the Joker.
Oh, the second best Joker?
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson,
Oh.
Joaquin Phoenix.
No, Joaquin. No.
See, a lot of people hate on it.
No.
I liked it.
I just don't like Joaquin Phoenix.
I like Joaquin Phoenix.
I don't. I think he's a douche nugget.
He's a man of the people.
Is he though?
Did Theo Von's podcast? He didn't do shit. I don't know what Theo did to get him on there. He must really actually like him. But then again, everybody thinks Theo's going crazy, but I think he might just be more awake than everybody else in Hollywood.
Maybe.
Joe Rogan told him that he needs to get off the antidepressants and come hang out. To which Theo said, I'm here. He's like, I'm literally sitting at a table with you right now. Anyway. I'm going to be doing the fucking Michael Keaton Batman for days after this. However, the prosecutors thought that the control and sophistication of Dexter was the allure to him. However, many analysts later argued the show itself likely did not create violent behavior. No shit. That's like saying because I like one of, if not my favorite bands is Slipknot, and they say some slightly aggressive things from time to time, that I'm gonna go fucking blow up a school bus. No, I'm not. Nor have I ever had that thought process. Retirement home bus? Maybe. That's annoying. I'll stop for the kid in the wheelchair to get on the bus, but old Ethel over here, you go fuck yourself. I'm passing while you get loaded into the bus on your side. Dodge, bitch. Still can't believe that place up the street's not a retirement home. The one where there's cops all the time or ambulances all the time.
Just a place of...
No, apparently it's like a rehab.
A holding area for them to die?
Aren't they all? But no, apparently it's like a rehab.
Oh.
It makes more sense that there's ambulances there at all times. And also fuck anybody that tries to turn in there when you're coming this way into town. Because you're going to get fucking rear-ended eventually. Anyway. Bygones. Instead, they believed Twitchell already possessed narcissistic fantasies and used Dexter as a template for constructing an identity. I actually agree with that. The case later became one of the most famous examples of alleged fantasy role criminal behavior tied to entertainment culture. One could argue that most people that do anything that might end another person's life very well might have got the idea from film of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
I actually have a book in there called The Skin Gods. You should read it. It's a fiction novel, and like the premise basically is there is a guy kind of recreating famous murders, like Black Dahlia type shit.
Oh, okay.
It's actually quite good. It's got a strong female lead.
That's always what I look for in a good novel.
Super hot in my head, because you know it's a book.
You gotta visualize it.
Yeah, you gotta jerk off to your brain movies, like Simple Jack.
I don't have the brain power to do
Mama,
that.
I only see you in my brain movies, and then my eyes rain. You know, Tropic Thunder style. You never go full Simple Jack. In 2008, Twitchell rented a garage in Edmonton, supposedly for filmmaking projects. Porn. The garage. Zach and Mary make a porno. Do it in a coffee shop, stupid. That chick frosted me like a fucking cake. That's a good movie right there. That's a good love story. when they fuck on that Arabica roast, fucking man, I crumbed. That's cry crumb. 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 The garage provided privacy and isolation away from the public attention. Twitchell reportedly described the space as useful for movie production and creative work. You mean jacking off to fucking Playboy? Because that's all you were doing in there, loser. Investigators later conclude... Oh, Jesus, I forget there's a fucking...
You're gonna fucking...
Fuck you! That's what it gets. It's the Ouija board. It's trying to die. It's like, I've been alive for 682 days since you guys used me. Kill me. You've not fed me a single soul of a child or a Jewish woman. Ouija board. Investigators later concluded the garage has been transformed into a controlled attack environment. Kind of gives you the vibes of, you remember the Toy Box Killer?
Yes.
That we did?
Okay, yeah.
But like the white trash version.
The white trash version.
Even though the Toy Box Killer was a trailer. This is still somehow lower level. Speaking of white trash, I saw the most beautiful scene while I was smoking a cigarette on the front porch the other day. This lovely couple, no less than 40 feet apart from each other, both pushing a push mower down the same side of the sidewalk and not saying a word to each other. And she stopped and nonchalantly took the last swig off of her big gulp and then politely discarded it into the recycling bin of the lady that lives on the corner across the street.
It's awful nice of her.
You know, the weird one?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's a Wendigo. You only see her every once in a while. She scurries out real quick. She's like, I gotta throw away my fucking Virginia Slims. My mom smokes Virginia Slims.
I lived here for what, 5 years? Going on 6.
Do you remember when she came and talked to us?
Did she come or she didn't come all the way over? Did
No. Well, she came
to like the sidewalk.
Yeah, she wasn't. We didn't come close enough that we could fucking get her. You know, to ask if we knew who was parking next to her house. No, bitch. The fuck are you talking? There's no less than 250 cars, all street parking in this fucking area. Oh, yeah, that's fucking Jim. That's what we should have said. We should have gone with it. Be like, oh, yeah, that's Kwame. He lives down the street. Oh, he does live there? Well, yeah, no, kind of. He mostly just sells crack to all of the children in the area from that house. He rents his space with more crack. He's also a sexual offender. Mostly weird middle-aged ladies that don't like sunlight.
I thought she was a vampire for a while.
She probably is. No, she's, well, an underfed vampire because she's a scrawny little bitch.
I never saw her out in broad daylight.
She's weird. Every time I go out there, I wait to see the blinds open up, but then I realize I don't think they're blinds. I'm pretty sure they're like, I don't think you can like look out from her windows. I'm pretty sure she just has them covered.
I'm not 100%. They're probably aluminum foil on the inside.
Oh, for sure. For her meth. She chases the dragons off the wall. That's what she does. She's in there fucking white trash Willy Wonkin. The crack tastes like crack and the schnozberries taste like methamphetamines.
You could be making fun of our biggest fan.
Just knock on the door.
Hey,
the quietest aggressive knock ever because she weighs 64 pounds.
If that.
Jesus Christ. She was like, the strawberries taste like ether. That's her. That's what she does on a daily basis. I think she has a guy.
Really?
I think. There's definitely somebody. I've seen a dude bringing groceries in the back door.
Somebody's laying in.
And that's not code for anal.
Could be, though.
I've also noticed when we had that snowstorm, some truck that I've never seen, like, pulled up and, like, dropped some shit off for her, and she was like, thanks, and went back. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, are you this area's, like, most popular geriatric OnlyFans creator?
Maybe, that'd be
You
awesome.
just got Johns coming through with Misties and fucking Dr. Pepper. Like, thanks, hun. Like, I don't know. Enough about our weird neighbor. I've talked about that bitch multiple times. I'm sure she's a nice lady. She's not.
She offers you an apple. Don't fucking take it.
Well, she's got all that shit going on in her backyard. Like, it looks like all, like she's got, like, Christmas lights and shit. I never see her out there.
Yeah.
Like, is that to lure the children?
Probably.
Hansel and Gretel. She was waiting for a little fat Asian to move in across the street. She's going to lure me in with fucking Pocky sticks and fucking Snickers bars.
You'd feed her for the
She's going to be like, come here. She's going to be, come here, Kimosabi, you fat fuck. She's going to be like, I'm making wonton soup and you're the dumpling. They'll be like, yeah, whatever, bitch. I'm a cannonball in that shit and melt her ass. Be like, aha! Victory is mine. Payback for Pearl Harbor.
Payback for Pearl Harbor? Didn't you guys technically win Pearl Harbor?
Ah, did we though?
Well, it cost you in the long run. You lost the war, but...
Okay, payback for the sun twice.
Okay.
How about that?
That is more viable. We can roll with that.
I almost did a fucking genocide. Well, it wasn't really a genocide. The Taipan or some shit like that. It wasn't even that long ago. It was in the 1800s in China. They say like 20 million people died.
Huh.
Yeah. I think the guy tried, it was the end of the Qing dynasty. Qing, Qing.
Okay.
That's literally how it's pronounced. And they're supposed to be smart. Fucking morons. Can't even pronounce a Q, the most confusing letter in the alphabet. I'm sure it's not a Q in their language. It's like a tortoise in a barn or something. Anyway, police discovered plastic sheeting, restraints, cleaning materials, weapons, blood evidence, and signs of attempted forensic cleanup.
So he sucked at cleaning.
Yeah, attempted forensic cleanup is the funniest thing ever. Like, what is that? Like, oh, I thought a little fucking, I knew water wouldn't do it, so I thought that cherry crystal carbonated water that you get at Walmart for $1, for sure. I mean, it's spicy all the way down. I thought for sure it would eliminate all DNA evidence. Bleach doesn't even do that, does it?
I thought bleach was one of the best things.
Yeah, but doesn't bleach still leave fuck, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't you like bioluminesce blood even after it's been? Yeah. Yes.
But I don't think you get DNA or anything. Yeah. Okay.
Lumen all this whole house. See what happens.
Well, I'd hate to put this house under a black light.
It would be like a fucking Pollock painting. It's just be, have a cum. It'd be like, we're like Oprah for filth. You get semen and you get semen. The crime scene strongly reminded investigators of the kill rooms shown in Dexter. Excuse me. The garage became one of the most infamous aspects of the case because of how theatrical and deliberate it appeared. You would have to you would almost think it, like, if you just stumbled across that, you would probably be like, this is a movie scene. This is a shitty movie scene. Porn, probably. of the German variety.
Snuff film.
The Germans get into some weird porn, man.
I will say I've stumbled across a little.
Have you ever seen German Goo Girls?
No.
They have all the comes.
The comes.
They're just like, you there, gentlemen, come here. Literally and metaphorically, really. Are you ready, darling? Have you had enough schnitzels?
Them Germans.
Would you like a room temperature beer before we start the scene?
Tell you what.
There's also fucking a lot of far right shit coming up in Germany again.
Uh-oh.
Like groups, yeah. There's one that got labeled as what do they call it? A domestic terrorist group.
No shit.
Yeah. I was watching one of their videos. I didn't even know it. I was just like, it was basically like, let's take a walk through Hamburg's open air drug markets for the homeless, where they literally just run rampant. They like chase these dudes out of there and shit, and they're like, we'll pepper spray you. You better not. We've got a pretty good, we're very well trained in aerosol chemicals. You better not come at us. And then I was like, wait, that guy's South African. Why the fuck is he there? And then out of nowhere, they're like, there's another anti this, and I looked up that foundation that they're part of. Yeah, domestic terrorist group.
Nice.
Like, good job, Germany. Way to repeat history. But we won't talk about it. Will at least it's been more than 9 or 10 years this time.
Yeah.
Unlike between the first and the second. Now the third. What can you imagine if they started World War III? They'd be like, we are the far-right German army, and we declare World War III. Everybody would be like, you're fucked.
Again.
Like, France, Poland, Estonia, all neighboring countries. Go on vacation. When you come back, you will have a new sea to vacation at. It'll be the sea, I don't even know what to call it. Why do we call boats the SS something? Did Nazis die? Well, I thought Germany turned into a sea, the SS, blah, 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 going through it, and they're like, we're still here. You can go, we're down, but never out.
I don't know. I can Google that while you're doing that.
What is this? Like, just something very regular. It's just super big ship.
I will get on ChatGPT and ask that bitch.
Where was I? The garage became one of the... Oh, there we go. The garage became one of the most infamous aspects of the case because of how theatrical and deliberate it appeared. Investigators believe Twitchell enjoyed creating environments where he controlled every variable. A sociopath. Let's talk about some online shit, shall we? It's not a good story these days with that online shit. Twitchell allegedly created fake online dating profiles pretending to be women. He was internet transing. Excuse me. The profiles were used to lure men into private meetings. Authorities believe Twitchell specifically targeted victims through emotional manipulation and deception. Like a woman. What? Does that have something to do with Nazis?
No.
Oh.
No, it basically says SS on a boat name usually stands for steamship or screw steamer.
Screw? What the fuck is a screw steamer?
It is used to identify vessels powered by steam engines back when steam...
Oh, so SS is out now.
Yeah. Like the SS...
Look at that. We wiped out SS twice.
SS Titanic.
It wasn't the SMS Titanic?
So,
and then USS is probably just United States ship.
The SS is basically the ship's equivalent of saying the type of engine is used.
That's dumb. That's much less eventful than I wanted it to be.
I think that's wrong, or TV was wrong, because I do not think the SS Minnow was powered by steam.
Ooh.
There's a throwback.
Conspiracy theory.
There's a throwback.
Fuck you.
Put in the comments if you know what the SS Minnow is.
Fuck you and your 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour.
So again, he was making fake dating profiles, and he was targeting victims through emotional manipulation and deception. Like a woman.
So he was online.
He was a yeah. That goes both directions. Victims believed they were meeting women for romantic encounters. Do you think this was, I bet you it was Craigslist. I bet you it was Craigslist casual encounters when it still existed. And no, before anybody gets a fucking idea, no, I never did a Craigslist casual encounter. But you're goddamn right. I used to go on there and laugh my balls off. Did you ever go on there and just read them? No. They were hilarious. They were either they creepy, hilarious, sad. You ran the gambit. It'd be like, I just want somebody to love me the way that my mother never did. And the next one's like, I'll pay you $50 to call me sir and let me kick you in the pussy.
Nice.
And you probably got responses. I'll give you $200 and the box set of Talladega Nights if you let me insert anal beads into your rectum and aggressively pull them out over and over again as if I'm trying to start a lawnmower while you go. Well, let's be real. It'd probably be a weed eater. They're way harder to fucking start.
Yeah, they are.
These goddamn pieces of shit. Victims believed that, we already did that. Prosecutors argued the fake identities demonstrated planning and predatory intent. No shit. The online component made the case feel especially modern and unsettling, and the crimes reflected growing fears surrounding anonymity and deception on the internet. What?
Now,
Nazi boats.
I did not read, like, you know how our naval ships are called the USS
United States ship?
That's exactly what.
Yeah.
And I guess in Britain, or the British Royal Navy.
Is it the RMS?
HMS.
Her Majesty's ship. How scarring do you think it was for Harry if you ever found the HMD?
I'm trying to think.
Her Majesty's dildo.
Or we have MW, or I'm sorry, MV, motor vessel, diesel powered ships. So are those did they sketch, are they MVs or
what is it?
It says MV motor vessel, diesel powered ships.
Isn't that like all of them now?
RV, research vessel.
Oh man, I was gonna go a whole different direction with that.
CV, aircraft
cum vessel.
Carrier. I didn't know that. The Navy, U.S. Navy, their aircraft carriers are CV.
Cum vehicles.
I don't.
I mean, I
don't see where the C comes from.
Also, yes, carrier vehicle.
I guess. You would think, because it says CV equals aircraft carrier. Why didn't they just put AC?
Air conditioning. Attack carrier vehicle, maybe?
But a lot of people think SS means sailing ship.
No.
That's not right.
You dumb fucking idiots. Who sails?
Only stupid people.
Rich people. Anyway.
The more you know. Okay, where are we back? Where are we
Let's talk about Guy Tetreault. I don't know if I pronounced that name correctly. I also don't think he was German.
I'm pretty sure he was.
I believe he was probably French. That's all I know in French, is how to laugh in French.
Croissant.
Croissant. Would you like a croissant? Actually, that's not true. I do know je ne sais quoi. That means I don't know what. If you say somebody has a certain je ne sais quoi, you're literally saying I don't know what they have. Or une petite merde. A little shit. Before the murder case became public, another man named Guy Tetreault, I think that's how you pronounce that. I seriously doubt it's Gillies. Gillies Tetreault reportedly survived an attack connected to Twitchell. Tetreault, I don't fucking know. I'm American. I'm not gay French. Said he arrived at the garage expecting to meet a woman from an online dating profile. What fucking woman is going, hey, meet me at my rental garage so we can fuck, daddy? Are you kidding me? That's like a guy being like, you want to bang in my storage unit?
Yeah.
I live here. That's a thing now. People are doing that.
Living in a storage unit?
Secretly? Yeah, some people.
I know somebody that did. Got caught.
Was it you?
No.
Do I know them?
No.
Damn. I want to know this person.
I'll tell you. Off there.
I could do it for a short term. Like, you know, like stuff goes real bad. I could do that temporary for like a month or two. Steal electricity. That's what they all do. But where am I going to have my shits?
There's the problem.
You get one of those units where it's just like the corrugated steel walls that they don't fully finish. You just throw it over the next unit.
This is so fucking horrible.
You're on the phone like, hold on, Mom, I gotta throw my shit next door. I'll be right back. Oh, shit. Anyway, according to his account, he entered the garage and was suddenly attacked. Tetrois fought back and escaped the encounter. He later reported the incident to police. I don't know if I would. Hey, I went to fuck a bitch in a garage. In a rented garage.
I just call that one a loss
and something bad happened. And like these little French Canadian cops are just sitting there like, le duh. At the time, investigators did not fully understand the significance of the attack. No shit. You said I went to bang in a garage and I almost got my ass beat. Well, yeah, duh. I repeat, le duh. Duh, with a little stupid apostrophe over the U. After Twitchell's arrest, authorities viewed the incident as evidence that he may have attempted murder before successfully killing a victim. No shit. How many fucking guys do you think are rocking this MO at the same time in the same fucking town?
Not many.
You're telling me after another thing happens, they're sitting there going, I think we got a copycat. But this one's successful. I think he learned from the other one's mistakes and perfectly executed the intended plan.
Well, these are the Canadian police.
Oui, oui. The Mounties. Oh, what you doing over there, eh? Sir, put down the Labatt, please. I'm trying to conduct a criminal investigation. When is the last time you had poutine? Fuck you. Poutine's delicious if you've never had it. Have you ever had poutine?
No, I don't.
You know what it is? Fries with gravy and cheese curds?
No, I'm done.
Fuck you, Whitey. The existence of a surviving victim became one of the most chilling parts of the case. Not really. I would actually say that makes it a little better that somebody made it out. Call me crazy. I feel like it would be more chilling if they both ended up dead with their buttholes reamed out.
They were in your J.C. Penney's.
God, don't fuck. That's like, dude, don't do that. That's like setting off fireworks in the jungle next to a Vietnam vet. Gives me flashbacks. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Now, Johnny Altinger.
Huh.
Johnny Altinger was a 38-year-old Edmonton resident, active in online dating. It's the 2000s.
Loser.
Dude. No shit. Actually, was online dating that prevalent in the mid
2008?
Mid 2000s?
I was married at the time, so I don't know.
You lying son of a bitch. That was the most active you've ever been on the dating side. You had a plenty of fish and eHarmony. You're like, I don't see this one working out.
It was after I got divorced.
I know eHarmony was a thing.
It was after I got divorced.
eHarmony, the men's warehouse of online dating. You like who you end up in bed with. And we guarantee
I know it was around in 2008, but I don't think it got prevalent.
I don't feel like I graduated 08.
2011, 2012.
Yeah, I don't really remember there being much talk. Like I said, I remember the eHarmony commercials.
2012.
And I remember being up at like midnight or 1 o'clock and watching Comedy Central when they'd be like, call 445-6969. You can talk to me and Bethany. We're just having a slumber party. And then it was like, back to South Park.
2012 was when I first got on, did it. It was a fucking fun time, man.
It's the Wild West.
Wild West, baby. I mean, I hadn't had this much fun since high school.
Good times.
Now it sucks so bad. I said, fuck that shit. I'm done.
That reads. So 38-year-old Edmonton man, online dating. Friends described him as being intelligent, friendly, and trusting. So a dude. He was a dude.
A Canadian dude.
He was really nice. He was trusting. He just really liked to fight people on slick surfaces. In October of 2008, Altinger arranged to meet someone he believed was a woman from an online dating profile. That's what we all hope for. Investigators later concluded the profile was allegedly operated by Twitchell. Altinger drove to the garage expecting a normal romantic encounter. He was about to have himself a cum, and he was never seen alive again.
Shame.
It was like
Man, just trying to have a cum.
The dude from the sex scene from Scary Movie. You know, when he stuck her to the roof and he like ended up like skeleton on the bed. No? You know they're bringing that back, Scary Movie? And I think it's going to be rated R again. I might actually watch it.
Like I said, it's been so long since I've seen it.
Well, it sounds so stupid, but when they stopped making them rated R, they went downhill drastically. Okay, the investigation. Police launched. I'm turning fucking gay French Canadian over here. They launched an investigation. An investigation after Altinger disappeared unexpectedly. Digital evidence quickly became central to the case. Investigators traced communications connected to the fake dating profile to whom he was speaking. Vehicle records and surveillance evidence linked Altinger to the garage area.
Is that him?
I think so. It's either that or somebody's shitty car. Is he all right?
Yeah, he's fine. Too much shitty car there. Oh,
Garbage. It's trash night. Oh, you motherfucker. Dude, that got me too. All right. Police discovered blood evidence inside the garage despite apparent cleanup attempts. Investigators also believe Twitchell attempted to destroy evidence after the murder. No shit. Some remains connected to Altinger were eventually recovered, and authorities increasingly viewed the crime as highly premeditated and performative. No shit. I think that's... I'm not a cop, but I could have told you that. Now we get to the SK confessions. The SK confessions were not... like, there's not a whole lot we're going to say here or be able to talk about, because... I'll read it real quick. One of the most infamous discoveries in the investigation came from Twitchell's laptop computer. Investigators discovered a file titled SK Confessions.
I'm going to assume that means serial killer.
That's what they think. They argued the document functioned as a disguised confession. Twitchell insisted the writing was fictional screenplay material, but investigators strongly disagreed because the details closely resembled the actual crime. Now, I'll just read the whole section. Excuse me. The document described creating fake online identities to lure victims. Excuse me. The narrator discussed targeting vulnerable men through dating websites. The writing referenced isolated attack environments similar to the Edmonton garage. The narrator reportedly portrayed himself as intelligent, superior, and emotionally detached. The fucking glove fits pretty good here. Yeah. Portions focused heavily on manipulation, secrecy, and avoiding detection. The writing often felt more like self-mythology than emotional confession, and prosecutors believed the document revealed Twitchell attempting to narrate himself into becoming a legendary criminal figure. He wanted to be fucking Al Capone. Investigators later argued the writing reflected narcissism and fantasy-driven identity construction. One of the most disturbing aspects of the file was how badly the narrator wanted to appear cinematic and important. Now, that's that. The reason I preempted it with we're not going to talk about it, there's not going to be too much in-depth about that, is because, go figure, it's copyrighted.
Are you serious?
Somebody has copywritten the actual file. You can get a PDF of it. And it's quite long. I intend on reading all of it, but it is copyrighted, which is crazy. You shouldn't be able to copyright that. You're going to fucking write a book about it, then everybody's going to read that one was ridiculous. Okay. Many analysts believe Twitchell's psychology revolved heavily around identity and performance. Investigators repeatedly noted how theatrical his behavior appeared. The fake profiles, garage setup, screenplay writing, and attempts at sophistication all suggested someone obsessed with creating an image. Observers often described the case less as criminal genius and more as fantasy roleplay, narcissistic self-construction, and performance superiority. Twitchell appeared desperate to feel powerful, intelligent, admired, unforget all the shit that he wanted to be as a kid. So maybe he was crazy from the jump. Or maybe they just should have paid him a little more fucking attention when he was a kid. I'm not saying any of this to make it seem like anything's right. I'm just devil's advocate. The case repeatedly suggested a man attempting to force reality to match his fantasy self-image. Many experts argue the deeper issue is not simply media influence, but narcissistic obsession mixed with lack of empathy and violent fantasy. Check. Once media outlets connected the crime to Dexter, the story exploded internationally. Go figure. Yeah, labeled it Twitchell the Dexter Killer. Who would have thought of that one? Public fascination grew because the story sounded almost fictional. No shit, because it was fictional up until he did this. Well, I'm sure there's, I don't want to say copycats, but I'm sure that there's been murders executed in this fashion even before Dexter was ever a thing.
Right. Copying fictional serial killers.
Or just doing it, quote unquote, the right way to not get caught.
Right.
The case triggered debates about violent media, fantasy obsession, and internet culture. Some observers argued the media focus on Dexter oversimplified the psychology behind the crimes. Probably yes.
Yeah.
Probably very much yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Others believed the comparison captured how performative the entire case felt. The public became fascinated by the idea of someone allegedly trying to script themselves into becoming a criminal anti-hero, as we talked about earlier. He went to trial. Prosecutors presented extensive forensic and digital evidence because he's a fucking moron. The SK confessions document became central to the prosecution's case. No shit, you wrote a fucking script of what you did. Shut up. And then you allowed it to get found. He continued claiming the writing was fictional, creative material. Bullshit. Prosecutors argued the similarities between the writing and the real crime were too precise to dismiss. I would have to agree in my personal, humble, professional opinion. Yeah. Investigators portrayed Twitchell as someone obsessed with hidden superiority and criminal performance. The trial explored themes including narcissism, fantasy identity, internet deception, manipulation, and performance violence. Yes. Conviction. Walked away right at the end. In 2011, Mark Twitchell was convicted of first-degree murder for killing Johnny. Under Canadian law, he received a life sentence with no parole eligibility for 25 years, and the conviction cemented the case as one of the strangest and most disturbing crimes in modern Canadian history. I don't find it that disturbing. Phil's letting the dog out, in case anybody's wondering. So you just got me. I don't find it that disturbing. Let me rephrase it. I don't find it that disturbing as somebody who is me, who does this shit. Even without the podcast, I looked into shit like this. I find it morbidly interesting. You know, duality of man, if you will. Strange. Yes, very strange. Pulling into question the influence of media on specifically young minds, I would say. Not so much this motherfucker. He was grown. You should know, right from wrong at that point. There's clearly a crossed wire within this human being. But again, I don't find this particularly disturbing. Phil, what do you think? Is this disturbing? No, Phil agrees. Is it strange? Yes. So we're in agreement here. I think this calls into question more, if anything, the influence on media on formable minds. And I say that from a point of view of somebody who listens to metal music and has listened to fucking Marilyn Manson and shit since he was young. And I ain't never killed nobody. nor have I set up to kill nobody, nor do I intend on killing nobody that don't need killing. That's just me. So he got first degree murder, 25, or life, no parole for 25 years, which for anybody that thinks those numbers sound crazy, that is the maximum sentence you can get in Canada.
What do you get?
Life up for parole in 25.
That's the most you can get in Canada?
In Canada, you are like, no matter what, you have an opportunity for parole, I think, after no more than 25 years. Huh.
Well,
if they give it to you is the question.
If you're going to 86 somebody, do it in Canada, I guess.
Fucking Australia.
Well, they give you a slap on the
wrist?
No,
but you go far enough out, nobody's going to know about that shit. Even if they're like, fucking, where's Terry? They'll be like, oh, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a while. They'll be like, oh, well, hopefully I see him in 6 months from now when I come back down this road. Ooh. Foster's Australian for bear. Kangaroo. Fuck off.
Well.
But basically my wrap up at the end was like, I don't find it disturbing. No. I do find it strange. And I do think that it kind of points the finger. And I'm not trying to sound super fucking meh about this, but like, I do think there is attention to be paid to the influence of media to a certain extent on some people, specifically young people's minds.
Change the lighting mid-show.
Do it. Ooh. Spoopy. But you know what I'm saying? And I'm not out here saying that like Grand Theft Auto is making kids fight in school or Marilyn Manson is the reason for fucking Columbine or anything like that. But I do think there's something to like limiting exposure to shit for certain people or certain age groups. Because clearly it has the ability to creep in to the point that it can make somebody do something like this.
Yeah, I mean, it can plant the seed, but it's not the cause of.
Yeah.
And I think this is let's be honest, it's really kind of a...
I want to know more about how his parents were.
Oh, I'm sure there were some skeletons. There's probably a little touchy-feely going on.
Or was there any fucking real contact at all?
Okay, yeah. Or
I would lean more towards he was just alone too fucking much, so his mind got to painting these pictures that are unrealistic in the real world.
And certain people that can be taken too far.
Yeah,
I think it's healthy. Oh, excuse me. You know, I think most people, especially, I don't want to say lone, or like even like only shy, or only somebody who's an only child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have to entertain themselves. So
like you,
yeah, you know, but that, like anything else, it can be taken too far and become their reality.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of goes. That tends to go one of two ways, really. You either go this direction, and not obviously not to this level of extremity, but you get a lot of I don't want to say dissociative behavior, but like a lot of skewed point of view on the reality of situations that go on around you because of what was used to occupy your mind at certain times. Or I think the other one of, or if not, I don't want to say the only route, because there's obviously multiple routes for everything, is more like you and me.
Yeah.
Where you get used to spending a lot of time by yourself and forming your own opinions, and all that really turns into is like, yeah, you have your troubles with this and that, but we all do. But I think that breeds the types kind of like us, where you're more apt to just be like, hey, fuck you. Like,
well, but
I don't need you, and you're being a piece of shit. Fuck you.
I think society has put way too much on the effects of things like games, TV, movies, music onto people's behavior. Because if that was the fucking case,
I'd be a serial killer.
Every woman in the United States would be a serial killer.
I would.
They all watch true crime.
I would be a serial killer just off the music I
just
listen
not this
to.
true crime.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was trying to blame Marilyn Manson for Columbine. I was listening to Marilyn Manson when I was like fucking 13. I never fucking murdered nobody.
Oh fuck, I'm tired. All right.
But no, yeah, I agree, and I think it's also, honestly, you know what? I think my big synopsis on this one is I think you need to cultivate your kids' imagination at a young age, so that you then in turn over time are learning what is real and what is not. You know what I'm saying? Like, allow your kids to be imaginative and to do things and to make things up.
Yeah.
And then I think that helps with the perception of reality a lot. Man. Of like, oh, I'm not playing anymore. Mom's yelling. Playtime's over. I'm not a superhero anymore. I got to go fucking eat meatloaf and do my homework.
You know, you're not wrong. All right. Is that all we got?
I rarely am. Yeah. You know, Dexter Killer, giant turd women's JCPenney bathroom, circa 2010.
All right. There you have it. Thanks, people. We'll see you next week. Fuck off.